Hello, you're interested in Entrepreneurship 101, and in this short video I'm going to talk to you about what the module is. I'm going to answer a few of the questions you should have just in case you can't come to the session next Tuesday in intro week when I'll tell you more about the module. So these should be your key questions. First, what sort of an experience will I have if I take Entrepreneurship 101? The module is called Entrepreneurship Key Debates and Concepts. So you want to know, how am I going to do that for you? So here we go. Your experience. I think your experience in this module is at least partly going to be first-hand experience. I was with a student yesterday who took this module in the last academic year, and she said to me the interesting thing about it was it combines second-hand experience, in other words the things you've read, case studies and so on, and some first-hand experience where you get to do things yourself. I'll explain more about that in a minute. So let me say that as well as being a theoretical module, the theory of entrepreneurship, this is a module of theory and the practice of entrepreneurship. I'm not going to expect you to start a business or be an entrepreneur, but I'm going to expect you to take part in activities that will give you a chance to play around with some entrepreneurial ideas, to go through some simulations, and to meet entrepreneurs. Here's how we do that. The module is structured around 3 key challenges, one in each term, and a lot of the assessment, group work, and the things that you'll write about really well in essays and in exams will come from these challenges. So the first of those challenges is what I call the value challenge. This is where you start with a very small sum of money and do something creative with that. Lots more to say about that one in due course, but the students love it every year. The second challenge, this will be the one you do after Christmas in the second term, is what I'll call a social enterprise challenge. This is going to expect you to think beyond merely a profit-making organisation, but also something that would add social or environmental value to some additional cause. And then the third challenge, so this will come in the summer term, is the innovation challenge. And this one, you're going to have a client who'll be one of our friendly entrepreneurs, say more about those in a second. You're going to work with them on a challenge they'll give to you. So it's an innovation related challenge. We could call it intrapreneurship or corporate entrepreneurship. It's an experiment in that for you. Now, who do you do these things with? Well, you get a chance on this module to meet the EIRs, Entrepreneurs in Residence. One of the things that's very unusual and special about Lancaster and the Entrepreneurship Department is that we have dozens, perhaps in the order of 50 different entrepreneurs in residence. Those are practicing business people, they're friends of ours, and every week of every term of every year we have at least one, and more often 2 or perhaps 3 entrepreneurs resident here on campus. They take part in our activities, they will attend our classes and workshops. You can call on them, you can have clinics with them, you can ask them to become your friend, your mentor, help you with your own network, do lots of things. But the module uses these people a lot in a very virtuous way. Sounds good, but what about the commitment? What do I expect you to do? Where am I now? Okay, I've got lost in assessment. Let's not worry about that. We're doing the best we can. Once a week we have a 1-hour class. This is on Mondays. It's in the afternoon, so you can have a nice lie-in after the weekend or come back from the mountains, wherever you've been doing. We have a 1-hour class. I'm not going to call it a lecture because it might be lecture-like, but sometimes it'll be different. And then each week as well, each student will take part in 1 2-hour workshop. Attendance is monitored. These things are compulsory. It's an important part of the course. So your core commitment is those 3 hours plus work you'll have to do outside. Pretty good, eh? What about the assessment? How does it work? It's 60% on coursework, which leaves 40% for exams. Not too bad. Got to do both of those things. And it's 85% individual work and 15% is for group work. So there is an element to which you'll be working for credit, for marks, with some of your friends and peers. So that's the structure. So I'd like to suggest that it's at least partly an experiential module where you will gain first-hand experience in the behaviours, practices of entrepreneurship, and a chance to embody them yourself and develop some of these things. It will give you things to talk about as you move through your assignments and when you move to things like assessment centres and trying to get internships and building your CV. We do that particularly through challenges. You get lots of exposure to business people as well. How can you find out more if this little bit's helped you realise it's worth knowing more? I'll be doing a proper talk on Tuesday in intro week. That's the 3rd of October at 4 p.m. in the Cavendish Lecture Theatre. So if you're on Alexandra Square and you head in the direction of the Great Hall, when you get near to Subway, near to Blackwell's bookshop, you're nearby. You're going into the physics building and you want to find the Cavendish Lecture Theatre. I hope to see some of you next week and throughout the rest of the year. Thanks very much. And if you want to contact me because you can't make it, you want me to send you some stuff or talk to you, email me please, m.george, my name is Magnus George, m.george@lancaster.ac.uk, and I will get back to your email as quickly as I can. Thank you very much. Bye bye.